Welcome back to Car Future Wheelz, where tomorrow's machines meet today's roads. Today, we're diving into a machine that needs no introduction but has just received one hell of a future-forward makeover. Meet the 2026 Nissan GT-R R38 NISMO. The latest evolution of Japan's most iconic street-legal performance car just dropped, and we've spent the last 72 hours with Ida pushing it, prodding it, and peeling back every layer. Let's jump into the details and see if the R38 NISMO lives up to the legacy. From the very first glance, you know this isn't just another facelift. The front fascia has been completely re-engineered. The once angular aggression of the R35 has evolved into something more streamlined, more aerodynamic, yet still unmistakably Godzilla. The front grille has been narrowed, not just for style but for optimized airflow, flanking that are sharper, thinner LED matrix headlights that adjust dynamically based on speed and steering angle. Beneath them, you'll see aggressive aero channels cut into the bumper. Those aren't just for show. They actively manage airflow to cool the front brakes and stabilize the front end at high speeds. The carbon fiber splitter is wider, lower, and functional. In fact, every piece of front-end design was run through CFD simulation, wind tunnel testing, and track data. Swing around to the side, and you immediately notice the lower stance and new 21-inch forged wheels exclusive to the NISMO trim. Wrapped in custom-developed Dunlop Sport Max GT 600 tires, these wheels shave off on sprung weight and deliver razor-sharp response. The side skirts, now fully carbon fiber, sculpt the airflow cleanly toward the rear diffuser. You'll also notice the flared rear haunches. They're wider than the R35's and give this GTR a planted, almost predatory look. And then there are the subtle but critical aero tweaks. Vortex generators integrated into the A-pillars, flush-mounted door handles, and rear-facing vent slots just behind the front wheels. The whole silhouette screams purpose. Around back, things get even more serious. The quad-ring taillights return, but now with 3D LED internals that pulse during braking. The rear diffuser has doubled in size and depth, with active aero vanes that adjust based on speed and yaw. Above it, the new NISMO exclusive titanium exhaust with quad outlets not only looks menacing, it sounds absolutely feral. And then there's the wing. Yes, it's massive, but it's not just a visual flex. It's a fully active carbon fiber spoiler that adjusts its angle up to 20 degrees based on speed and cornering G-forces. Nissan claims it contributes an extra 70 kilograms of downforce at 300 kilometers per hour. But you don't need numbers to feel its impact. Adjust one hard corner, and you know it's doing work. Step inside. The R38 NISMO is where things take a big step forward from the R35. The cabin is tighter, more driver-focused, and every surface screams motorsport engineering. You sink into the new carbon-backed Recaro bucket seats, a hand-wrapped in Alcantara with red contrast stitching. The seating position is lower and more aggressive than before, giving you that race car feel without compromising on comfort. The dashboard is a blend of tech and tactility. Gone is the dated infotainment from the R35. In its place is a seamless 12.5-inch curved OLED display that merges gauges, nav, telemetry, and even lap data into one fluid interface. But don't worry, physical controls aren't dead. The climate dials and drive mode selectors are still old school tactily, because Nissan knows that when you're carving corners, you don't want to swipe a screen. Materials-wise, it's an NISMO showcase. Brushed aluminum on the paddles and center tunnel, Alcantara on the dash, and exposed carbon weave around the shifter and door panels. It feels premium, but not blush. This is still a hardcore performance machine, and the interior reflects that philosophy. Even the sound insulation has been tuned not to mute the road, but to amplify the engine note in a way that feels raw and authentic. Speaking of sound, let's talk about what powers this beast. Under the hood, the R38 NISMO doesn't go hybrid. No electric motors, no compromise. It sticks with a hand-assembled 3.8-liter twin-turbo V6, now pushing 615 horsepower and 487 pounds-feet of torque. That's a modest bump from the outgoing R35 NISMO. But the story here isn't just raw power, it's how it's delivered. Thanks to new lightweight internals, improved cooling, and upgraded twin turbos borrowed from Nissan's GT3 program, throttle response is immediate. Lag is virtually non-existent, and paired with a new 7-speed dual-clutch gearbox finally replacing the old 6-speed Transixly, the shifts are violent, precise, and satisfying. Launch control now delivers 0-60 in a claimed 2.5 seconds. And let me tell you, it feels even faster. The all-wheel drive system has also been overhauled. It's still a Tesla ETS Pro, but now with torque vectoring enhancements and predictive cornering logic that reads your inputs and road conditions in real time. On the road, it's planted. On the track, it's vicious. And yet, in comfort mode, it tones things down just enough for daily usability. The suspension, co-developed with Bilstein, uses adaptive dampers that can read the road 1,000 times per second. It's not just fast, it's smart. Braking is handled by Brembo carbon ceramic rotors at 410 mm up front, 390 mm at the rear, clamped by 6-piston calipers. These are race-grade stoppers that give you fade-free confidence even after a full day of hard laps. And trust me, we put that to the test. So what does it all cost? Here's the part that might sting for some, but feel justified for others. The 2026 Nissan GT-R R38 NISMO starts at $212,000. That puts it well into supercar territory, but remember, this is a hand-built machine with motorsport DNA, active aero, and performance numbers that rival cars costing twice as much. Nissan isn't trying to keep this car affordable anymore. This is their halo product, their engineering flex, and honestly it delivers. At the end of the day, the R38 NISMO isn't just a refresh, it's a redefinition. It takes everything that made the R35 legendary, sharpens it, modernizes it, and injects it with a more visceral, more focused driving experience. It's rawer, louder, faster, more connected. And for those who feared the GT-R might go soft in the electric arena, this is a reassuring slap in the face. Nissan held the line. Is it perfect? Not quite. Some might argue the price tag distances it from its roots. Others might wish for more revolutionary changes inside. But none of that matters when you floor it in second gear and feel it rocket through the red line with the grip of a scalpel and the soundtrack of a war cry. So, is the 2026 GT-R R38 NISMO worth the hype? If you're a purist, if you're a driver, if you've ever smiled while heel-toeing through a tight corner, absolutely. This isn't just a car, it's a legacy, reborn, retuned, ready to tear asphalt with the same relentless fury it always has, only now, with a sharper blade and a louder roar. Thanks for watching Car Future Wheelz. If you liked this deep dive into Nissan's latest monster, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment below on what you'd take over the R38 NISMO, and subscribe if you haven't already. We've got more reviews, more drives, and more future-focused content on the way. Until next time, drive fast, shift smooth, and stay ahead of the curve.